So in this video, we'll be creating an e-commerce website. So these are the features of this website. So you can see the hover effect around these products. When I hover my mouse around it, it swipes to the top. So you can see. Then this is the section. Then these are the reviews. When you hover your mouse around it, it swipes to the top. That's the footer. So it has different pages. So this is the products page. It has sorting, sort by pricing. So these are the products there. When you hover your mouse around it, it swipes to the top. Now it has different sections to select the next page. Then this is the footer section. Then we have the account page to register. We have register login, so register with name, user email and password. Then the login button. Then you can also log in also. Your username and password, then login. Then forgot password. Then the footer. Now this is, if you click on the cart icon, it will take you so where you can add your product to your cart, so you can make purchase. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And this video, this content is inspired by GreatStack on YouTube. Okay, so I got this content idea and the materials from GreatStack. So let's inspect this website if it's responsive on small devices. So you can see that they are displaying well and it's responsive on smaller devices. Okay, please share this video, like and leave a comment. Alright, so it's responsive on smaller devices. And when you click on the menu icon there, you can see the home, products, about, contacts. And when you click on the cart icon, it brings you to the where you can add your item to your cart. Now on a larger device like iPad, it is also responsive. So you can see. So let's start. So create a folder. I have a folder already created called Autonomous Store, and inside that folder I have a folder called images. So these are the images they were cutting from GreatStack on YouTube. So now inside the images, so in this folder we'll create some files. So the first file, go to new file. The first one will be index.html. So select your folder. My folder is on desktop, so I'll select my folder Autonomous Store. So index.html. So the second file, style.css. So style.css. Alright, so in your style.css, enter this particular code. So your star, that is to highlight everything on the web page. So margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Then in your HTML, hold your shift 1. That's to bring your basic HTML document. Now in the title, let's give it a title. So Autonomous Store e-commerce website. Now let's link our HTML to our CSS. So just type link CSS. So the part of href there is style.css, right? Which is the name of our CSS. So after connecting it, our CSS will be connected to our HTML. Now in the body section, let's bring a div. So dot navbar. So inside that dot navbar, bring on that div dot logo. So inside that logo div, let's bring an image. So the file part is images. So the file name is logo.png. Alright, so we'll remove that part. So the width will be 120 pixel. Now make sure you save. So you can see, click on that, menu icon, then save. Then go to your folder, then open the index.html file, open with Chrome. So open with Chrome. So you can see we have an image already. So this is the logo I'll be using for my website. So this is the logo. Now the next thing we are going to do after that, we'll bring a nav bar, we'll bring a nav section rather. So instead of the nav, bring UL. So inside that UL, we'll bring LI, then we'll bring an anchor tag. Okay, so we are connect. Okay, so bring home in that place. We're trying to link our home to a particular okay, copy and duplicate. So change the home to product. So we want different pages. We're creating pages. So about. So later we'll add the links to it. So write contacts, then accounts. So these are different pages we have opened just now in the nav section. So refresh your website. So you can see we have different pages in the nav section. So we have to style it. Copy the nav bar, which is a class. So to style a class, use your dot, then nav bar. So display should be flex. Align items to be center. So display to be flex, we want to display horizontally. So padding 20 pixels, that's so add spacing. So the nav itself, which is the section, so flex should be 1. Text align should be right, should be aligned to the right. So you can see that at the right hand side now. So nav UL, those are the listings. Display inline block. So list style, none, we don't want any bullets. So display list style type none. So you can see that there's no more bullets on the web page. So copy the nav UL, paste it. So add LI. So nav UL LI display should be inline block. Yeah, this is where to make it horizontal. So margin right should be 20 pixels. So you can see now that the nav section, those items there are now horizontally aligned. So now the anchor tag, so the text decoration should be known. Then the color, this color code. So refresh, you can see that the color has changed, and there's like a line underneath. So this is the nav section. So the paragraph, that means everything, anything that concerns paragraph, we have this color. So give it that color code. So now copy that, and we are creating a new div, which is container. We are putting everything inside that container. So copy it and paste it inside that container. Now copy the container, which is the class. So dot container, since it's a class. So refresh. Okay, so now inside this container, so everything inside this container, this was so max width should be 130 pixel, margin auto, padding left, so padding right 25 pixel. So refresh your page, you can see that there's no space between the nav bar. Okay, bring another div which is row. Now inside that div, bring another div which is code2. So copy it, paste it in. That means we're having 2 columns. So in that first column, we'll bring h1. So type this. Now in the second, okay, refresh. So give your work a new style. After that, bring a paragraph. So you can just copy this and paste it or type it. So I'm trying to make sure that you can see it. Now we're bringing a break in that place so that it can start from another line. So a new style will start from another line. So add BR. So adding break to this place too, so that header can start from another line. So refresh, you can see give your style. So on one line, a new style is on that line, then a paragraph another line. Now in the second column, so bring an image. So the file path is images. That means the image is in the folder. So the file name is image1.png. Delete the other part. Now refresh. You can see that we now have an image in the website. Alright, so we have to make some changes to the. So copy the row, which is the class name. So go to your CSS dot row, because I'm calling the class. So this display should be flex. So we want to align the items at the center. So everything on that row, this is the effect that's going to happen. So flex wrap should wrap. So justify content space around. So we want space around it. I'll copy the column 2. So dot column 2. Now flex basis should be 50%. That means we want it to occupy 50% of the web page. The minimum width should be 100%. The padding 50 pixel and 8. So refresh. So the image is not yet well. Okay, so let's add something. So delete that. So minimum width is 300 pixel. So refresh. Now dot call to img. Now this is the image itself. So the minimum width should be 100%. So padding should be 50 pixel and 0. So you can see that the image is now well displayed on the web page. So now dot call to h1. That means we're calling on the h1. So the font size should be 50 pixel. The line height should be 60 pixel. So margin top and bottom 25 pixel, left and right 0. So you can see there's now space around. So copy this column 2. Okay, let's bring anchor tag here. So let's give the class of btn. So we want to bring a button. So the button name will be explore now. So you can see that there's a button there, explore now. Now let's style it. Copy the btn. So go to your CSS and style it. So .btn. So display inline block. So background should be this color code. So color, this color. Then the space within it, 8 pixels. The color is white. Then the margin, top and bottom 30 pixels. Then left and right 0. And the border radius 30 pixels. So refresh. You can see that there's now space, and you can see that the color of the button is now red and it's looking good. So now, so go to your Chrome, then type HTML icon code. Okay, so go to the second one, which is HTML symbols, entities and codes. So search for arrow. Click on search for arrow. So we'll select this particular arrow to the right. So copy that code, then go to your HTML. Go to HTML, then paste it in front of the explore now. Then refresh your website. Now refresh, you'll see that the arrow is now beside that explore now. Alright, so if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And also leave a like and a comment. So now we want to do something. Copy everything out. We want to put them in a particular div. So the name of this div is header. So paste everything inside that div. So everything's in that header. So created a div with a class name header, and we pasted everything we've done inside that header. So everything is in header. Do you understand? So copy this header now. Copy this header. Let's style it in our CSS. So dot header. Then background should have this color. Radial gradient should be white. Then this color code here, you should have the radial gradient background. So refresh your website. So you can see this website now. It's looking good with this color code. Now type Google font. Then click on the first one. So we want to add a font to our website. So we're looking for Poppins. So search for Poppins. Okay. So click on Get Fonts. And then so by the left hand side here is where you can select the type you want. So I want take I think everything. So I want to take everything and I will not take the ones I want. So I want light 300, regular 400, then medium 500. Then semi bold. So these are the ones I want. Semi bold 700, semi bold 600, bold 700, then regular 400. So light 300. Alright, so you can see copy code there, right? By the right hand side. So copy the code. This is what you paste in your HTML. So go to the header section, the head section of your HTML. So after the link, just paste it there. So you can see. So with this now, we can add a particular font to our website. Now after pasting this in our HTML, the next thing to do is to copy the CSS code. So copy the CSS code, the CSS font family rather. So that's the CSS font family, copy it. So go to your CSS. Now after that place, write body. Instead of body, paste the font family Poppins sans serif. So with this, the font will change on our website to Poppins. So refresh. So you can see that the font has changed to Poppins. Okay, so copy this header now. I want to style it. Do not forget to put all the things we've done in our header. We brought a div and put them in our header. So the header contains everything. So dot header dot row. So margin is 78 pixel. So that's space. Refresh. So these are the images. So I want to bring that image. Now bring an img after that nav there. So the file path is images and the file name is cat.png. So the width will be 30 pixel, height 30 pixel. So refresh. So you can see that this and the cat in img or a cat icon there and the nav section there. Now I want to style our BTN, our button. So dot BTN, then hover. I want to add hover effects to it. So background should be this color code. Then in our button, I want to add a transition. So the background should be 0.5 seconds. So when we hover our mouse around it, the color should change to that color and it should transition in 0.5 seconds. So after that div, let's bring a comment. So featured category. So let's bring a div dot categories. So dot row, we're bringing another div which is row. So inside this div called row, we'll bring another div called tree. So that's dot called tree. So that is a column, duplicate it. So we have 3 columns. In the first column, we'll add an img. The file path is images, and we're bringing this image category 1.jpg. So copy this and paste in the second one. So we'll just change the name to category 2. Then for the third one, category 3. So there are different images. So refresh your website. So scroll down, you can see we have 3 images on the website. So Please, this content was inspired by GreatStack on YouTube. So copy the name, the class name, which is category. So dot categories. So let's give it a margin of 70 pixel, top bottom, then left right 0, then dot culture, the column. The flex basis should be 30%. So minimum width should be 250 pixel. So margin bottom. So refresh, you can see that it's taking up a particular row right now, and we've given it a minimum width, and the flex basis is 30%. So dot code tree img. So width is 100%. So if your website, you can set a space between the images. So copy, so this whole div here, copy it out. You want to put inside a particular div called small container. So paste it here now. So the whole, those ones who copied are now inside small container div. So copy small container, then so the small container max width, so margin should be auto. So give it a padding left 25 pixel, padding right 25 pixel. So refresh. So padding also allows space within the container. So we're giving the space 25, padding right, padding left. Now copy the, okay, we want to bring another comment, so just copy that featured category. So we'll change this to featured products. So I want to bring featured products. So now copy the small container. So we're bringing a div called small container. So this is another category, featured products. So we're bringing h2, which is featured products. We'll bring another div with a class of row. So inside this div, we'll bring another div called call for. We'll give it an img. So this is the file path and image name product 1. So you see the these images in the description of this video. So h2, so just write that for the h1. Then we are bringing a price to it too. I'm giving the price too. So copy the column 4. So dot column 4. So we're giving the flex basis of 25%, so it should contain 25% of the page. So padding with 10 pixel, minimum width 200 pixel, margin bottom 58 pixel, So refresh. So you can see that it is the image is to the right now. So copy the column 4, then paste it. Now column 4 img. So width should be 100%. So you can see that the image has been reduced. Now let's add a rating on that div called dot rating. So go to font awesome. Okay, just type font awesome icon. So copy this link. Font awesome 4.7.0. So copy that link and paste it in the head section there. So font awesome 4.7.0. So this is font awesome icons. So I want to add some icons now. Font awesome icons 4.7.0. So search for some icons. So let's search for star. So this star. So you can see, just copy this code, then paste it. Scroll down, then paste it after the rating. So we want to add rating underneath it, so you can remove that part. So just duplicate it. So that means we are bringing star rating. So far it is 3. So I want to bring another one again. Star O. So we'll bring another one. So that one is like half rating, or no rating rather. So add it. So remove that area again. So we have 4-star ratings and 1-star O rating. So refresh our website. So you should see the rating below. You can see we have 4 full ratings and 1 star empty, that star O. Now let's bring on the so I just copied it 4 times or 3 times. Copy that 3 times and paste it. So change the image. So change to 3. Change it to 4. So what we just did was that we copy that row and we pasted it. So we're changing the star. So this one should be, you can check, I'm giving half O, so that's half written for that second place. Then this one, this last one is half O. So we want to have different ratings. So refresh your website. So you know we change the images, right? So you can see the first rating, that's the last star O. The second one has a half star O, just like that. So different ratings for different products. So now in this feature product, let's add a class called title. So copy it. Go to your CSS. Now text align should be center, margin 0, auto 80 pixel. So position relative, line height should be 60 pixel. Color, that color code. So go to your website and refresh. I'll copy that title again. So we're adding after. So the contents should be empty. Then background should be this color code. Then width should be 80 pixel. Then height should be 5 pixel. Border radius 5 pixel. So position should be absolute. Bottom 0. Then left 50. Alright, so transform translate. Bottom 0, left 50%, transform translate x minus 50%. Alright, so copy that. So our h4, copying our h4. Color should be that color code. Font width should be normal. So refresh your website. So we just typed our h4 right now. We'll give it a different color and we'll give it a font width. So now copy your column 4, your class. So you don't forget it's a class, so dot column 4. So add paragraph. So the paragraph. So font size should be 14 pixel. So refresh your website. Refresh your website. So you can see we have changed the font size. Now copy the ratings. .fa, you want to style so color should be this color code. So see that the color of the ratings will change now. The stars have changed now, right? So .ratings.fa. So copy the column 4. Hover effects. Want to add hover effects. So transform. So that when we put our mouse around it, it will have a different color. Transform, translate y minus 5 pixel. So go to your column 4. So add the transition of 0.5 transition transform 0.5 seconds. 0.5 seconds. And refresh your website. You can see that when we put our mouse around it, it swipes to the top, and the color, okay, it swipes to the top. You can see it's moving in the y direction. Now you can see this div. So let's add, we added the latest product to that place there. So now copy this whole div. So you just forget, we just added h2 latest product, right? You can see latest products. I'll just copy it. Those images there. So let's edit the images. So this product 5, product 6, product 7, product 8. So you can see that if you refresh, there are now different pages, different images. So I'm going to paste that same div we copied before. We'll paste it immediately after this div. Just check where we paste it. So we'll paste it after this div. Yes, paste it here. Yes, then we'll now edit the images. So image 9, 10, 11, 12. Ends. So you can see so we copied another div. So I'm changing the image right now. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So copied another div. So refresh, you can see we added another products. So added products 9, 10, 11, 12. So copied and we pasted. So after the whole div, let's bring another section or another comment, which is offer. So let's bring a div called offer. Inside that div, we'll bring another div called small container. Inside that small container, we'll bring another div called row. Inside that row, we'll bring a column called column 2. So copy that one and duplicate. So we have 2 columns. So inside the first column, we'll bring an image. Now from the folder, we'll give it this image name, exclusive.png. Then for the second column, we'll bring a paragraph. So exclusively available on the Nema store. So bring some, copy this. I've typed it already. So just paste it in this place here. So I'm bringing it down so that you can see very well. Okay, so go to your website and refresh. So you can see that this is an img, there's an image in the left hand side and the right up and the right hand side. So after the paragraph, let's bring h1. So h1 is brand, a smart brand 4. So you can see that after the paragraph we have an h1 there. So just follow this tutorial, and if you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. Now let's go to our CSS. Copy this offer, this class. So we want to style our offer. So that's dot offer. So we want to copy this background gradient, this color code. So just paste it. Now margin top should be 80 pixel. Then padding should be 20% top bottom. Then left right 0. 30 pixel. Yeah. So refresh your website. Now copy this class, which is a column 2. Column 2. Now go to your CSS. Column 2.offer img. So padding should be 50 pixel. Just refresh your website. So you can see there's no space between the image. Now this tag small. So again, the color of that color code. So refresh your website. You can see that that the color of those write-up have changed. Now go to your HTML. So let's bring an anchor tag. Buy now. Then we'll give you this arrow or this icon. So you can see this icon that we've copied before. So that's buy now. So we'll give you the class name. We'll give you the class btn. So it will have the same settings, or the same. You can see it has this button settings already, or this code for button. So go to your CSS. Let's bring a comment to this place. This offer. Now after the whole div, we'll bring another comment, which is testimonial. Now let's bring a class dot testimonial. Inside that class, bring another one dot small container. So enter. Inside this small container, we'll bring another div called dot row. So type dot column 3. So on that column, on that div rather. So inside this column 3, we'll bring a paragraph. I'm using lorem. Just type lorem and enter. So I'm breaking it down so you can see it very well. So refresh your website. So you can see some lorem text. Now scroll up, want to copy something. So let's copy this whole ratings from that div. So after this paragraph, paste it there. So I'm trying to adjust it. Now, before the paragraph, let's add, copy that, let's add an icon. So copy one of the icons. So let's change this icon to quote left. So you can check the name on the website. Quote left. So I want to bring a quote there. So you can see there's a quote there now. Now after those ratings, after the div, bring an image. So the image name is user1. Now let's bring h3. I want to bring some users. So this is Sean Parker. So that's the name. So just copy. So copy this whole div. Then just follow what I'm doing. Then paste it. Paste again. So we have 3 users right now. So we'll just change the image. So image 2 and user 2, user 3. So we'll change the h3, also the names. So this is Mabel Joe. Then for user 2, Mike Smith. So refresh. So you can see some quotes and some images and their names and their ratings. So these are user ratings. So copy. Okay, I want to bring another comments in the CSS. So here we're talking about the testimonial. So we want to style it. So copy the class testimonial. So padding top should be 100 pixel. Dot testimonial column 3. Text align should be center. Then padding should be 40 pixel. Top, bottom 20 pixel, left, right. Now the testimonial column img, that's the image. So just copy this, then add img. So width should be 50 pixel. Margin top should be 20 pixel. Then border radius should be 50%. So we want it to be round. So you can see that the width is 50%, 50 pixel, the margin top 20 pixel, then the border radius is 50%. That's for the image. Now I want to add hover effects. So when we hover our mouse around it, the color will change, or it will move to a particular direction. So translate Y, that means it should move up. Then the box shadow, we want to have a box shadow. Give it this color code. Sorry, this code. Yeah, this color code. So when we hover our mouse around it, so the cursor should be pointer. Then transition should be 0.5 seconds. Now let's refresh our website and see when we hover our mouse around it. So you can see it's swiping to the top, right? Swiping to the top. That's moving Y direction. Now copy this FA quote left. So the quote, we want to style the quote itself. So the font size should be 34 pixel. Then the color should be this color code. So you can see the quote left has that color code now, and we've increased the size. Now column 3 paragraph. So font size should be 12 pixel margin, top bottom 12 pixel, left right 0. So the color should be that color code. Then refresh your website. So we've changed the right up there, the paragraph, to have a different color and space around it. Now, testimonial column 3. So H3. So font width 600 pixel. So that color code font size, that size. So refresh your website. So after that div, let's bring another section which is called brands. So this is just the home page of the website. So you check the video description of this video, you'll see the part 2 link. So now let's bring the div called small container. Inside that div, let's call .row. Inside that row, let's bring another div called column 5. Inside that column 5, we're bringing an image called from the 5-part images, then logo.png. Sorry, the name is that logo something. So just type it the way it is here, not logo.png. So logo Godrej. So copy this, copy that div, then paste it again, paste it again. So we have 3. Okay, we have 4, 5. I think we have 5. So we're changing the image name to another one. So these are the brands. They are already in the image folder. You can check the video description for these images gotten from GreatStack on YouTube. So you can see the names of the brands. So refresh your website and scroll down. You should see the brand names. So copy the brands. So I want to style it in CSS. So just bring a comment. So margin. So refresh your website. You see that there's now space. The width is 160 pixels. Sorry, there's no space there. Margin 100% auto. So left, top, bottom 100 pixel, then left, right auto. Now let's bring column 5. So width should be 100%. Then cursor should be pointer. So this for column 5 img, width should be 100%. So the first one is column 5, which is width 160 pixel. Then this is column 5 img, width 100%. The cursor should be pointer. So the column 5 img hover, I want to add hover effects. So sorry, I think there's a mistake here. So the IMG will add filter grayscale here, so that when we hover our mouse around it, it should change to grayscale. You can see grayscale, right? Now, so in this filter grayscale, we put it 0, so that when we hover our mouse around it, no, in the gray color is gray, and then when we hover our mouse around it, to change to that color code. Now, after that, we'll bring another section, which is the footer section. So bring a comment. So now let's bring a div, which is a footer. Inside that div, let's call it, let's bring that div small or class container. Inside that container, let's bring on that div called row. Inside that row, let's bring on that div called footer :1. Inside that footer :1, let's bring h3 called download our apps. Then paragraph download app for Android and iOS mobile phones. So copy this and paste. So on that column, that's column 2. So we have 2 columns. So we change the image. So this one will be logo white.png. So please subscribe to my channel. Then this paragraph, change it to this. You can just type it. Then copy this again. So column 3. So we have 3 columns right now. So change this h3 to useful links. So delete this paragraph. Let's bring ul. So li coupons. So just copy and paste. I want to change them. So coupon blog post, return policy, then join affiliates. Join affiliates. So just copy this whole div. You can see, just follow the way I'm doing it. So paste it here. Now change the h3 to follow us. So that's column 4, don't forget. So the listing is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, then YouTube. Just follow the way I'm doing it, step by step. So refresh. So you can see this is the footer section so far. So we'll style this side using our CSS. Now copy the footer, which is a class. Now bring your comments. So let's bring dot footer, which I have copied. So background color should be that color code, black. Color should be that color code, that's the text color. The font size should be 14 pixel. Then the padding should be 60 pixel, 0, 20 pixel. Then the dot footer paragraph should be that color code. And footer history should be this color code. Then the margin. So you can see our footer section right now. So we need to do more. Alright, so let's change the footer to that color, black. So the footer color is that color, not white. Alright, so you can see our footer section is looking good. So I'm just trying to test something, so bring it back. If you remove that part, let's see the difference. Bring it back. So if you want to know the work of a particular CSS code, you can just remove it and put it back to understand. So copy this color, this class. So the footer column 3, sorry, column 1, then comma, dot column 2, comma, dot column 3, then dot column 4. So we're styling all this footer column 1, footer column 2, footer column 3. So minimum width should be 250 pixel, margin bottom should be 20 pixel, then dot footer column 1, flex basis should be 30%, so it should contain 30% of the web page. Then dot footer column 2, flex basis 30%, text align center. Then dot footer column 2, img the image, width should be that. So refresh the websites, so you can see the changes right now. So we've styled our image, we've styled our column 2, everything. So the width is 180 pixel and margin bottom is 20 pixel. So now just copy that, the whole this thing. I'll remove, I'm just styling the column 3 and column 4. So dot column 3, dot footer column 3, dot footer column 4. So the flex basis should be 12%. Text align center. So refresh. You can see that there's now space and the flex basis is 12%. Then our UL, the list style should be none. We don't want any bullets. So you can see that the bullets have been removed. So go to your HTML. After this paragraph, let's add a class which is app logo. So remove that alternate. So copy this, then paste it again. So just change this image name to App Store. So the first image name is Play Store. So copy the class name which is app logo. So margin top 20 pixel. Then for the app logo, img, the width is 140 pixel. So refresh your website. You can see the image, Play Store and app logo there. So after this div, please just follow it. We'll bring another section which is copyright. So we'll bring an horizontal line. So paragraph should be copyright. So just copy this, just type this. So you can see that line there. So give the class of copyrights. So copy the copyrights. So go to your CSS. So bring the comments. I'll call on our class. So dot footer HR. So border none, background should be that color code. The height should be 1 pixel. Margin top bottom 20 pixel. Left right should be 0. So margin should be 20 pixel. Top bottom left right 0. So refresh your website. So you can see. So copy the class of the copyright. Now, text align should be center. So refresh, you can see that the copyright is now the center. So scroll through your web page and see if it's looking good. The next thing is to check it on smaller devices. So inspect, right click and inspect. Right click, inspect. So you can see how it is looking now on smaller devices. So I'm dragging it to below 600 pixel. So now the next thing is to make sure that our work is responsive on all devices. So let's add another image. Copy that image and duplicate it. So we change this image to menu. We want to add menu image, so that when you open it on a smaller device, you will have a menu. So class menu. So we added, you can see the menu icon there, the menu image or icon. So I have to style it so that it can only display on small device. So the class is menu icon rather. So copy the class menu icon, go to CSS. So the width is 28 pixel. The margin left should be 20 pixel. So refresh, you can see that the menu icon is not displaying well. So we want it to display on only smaller devices. So now bring what's called media query. So media only screen and maximum width of 800 pixel. So we'll do for 800 pixel first. That means the screens of 800 pixel and below for now. So the nav URL will style it. So the position should be absolute. then top 70 pixel, left 0, background and color code, width 100 pixel. So let's refresh and see. So if the maximum width of the screen is 800 pixel, those codes should apply. So you can see that we have a menu, right? You can see we have a menu there with home, products, about, and the rest. So width 100%. So you can see it's now horizontally. So copy the nav URL, LI, the listing. So the display should be blocked. So margin right should be 50 pixel. Margin top should be 10 pixel. Margin bottom should be 10 pixel. So refresh. You can see now. Now we want that we'll add JavaScript to it later. So then we'll click on the menu. Those items will display but later. So copy the nav URL. Nav URL LI. So let's add anchor. So color should be this color code. So I've changed the color to white. Now, to the menu icon, display should be none. Put on to display. On or on a big screen, but it should only display when it's on a smaller device, like 800 pixel maximum. So display should be blocked here, cursor, pointer. So you can see when it's above 800 pixel, it will not display, but once it's below 800 and below, it will display. So I want to add on-click JavaScript function to this menu icon. So that when we click on it, it will display those menu items. So on-click menu toggle. So just write this. Now for the nav, for the URL, they will add an ID which is called menu items, just the way I wrote it. So we'll come down to the bottom of the page. Now after the last div, let's bring a comment. It's called JS toggle. JS for toggle menu. So here now we'll add just bring scripts. So var menu items, that's a variable. Menu items equals to document.get element by ID. So we want to get this element by ID name. And what is the ID name? So put it in this menu items, just the way it is here. We'll give it an ID. So put that. So menu items dot style dot max height 0 pixel equals to 0 pixel. So go top and copy the menu toggle. Copy that menu toggle just the way it is. Now come down. Let's bring a function. So we want to get something in the function. So that's menu toggle. Copy it and paste it. Now, if menu items dot style dot max height, so that's 2 equal to, put 2 equal to there. Dot style dot max height. So equal to 0 pixel. So let's come again. I'm copying this, then I'll paste it. If menu items dot style dot max height 2 equal to 0 pixel, then menu items dot style dot max height equals to 200 pixel. Else, so this is the condition we're giving to it. Else menu dot style dot CSS equals to 0 pixel. So this is the function we'll give to it for it to have that display. Okay, so when we click on that menu, you see that this thing displays the menu items display. When we increase the size, it will not display. So you can see that the items are in white. We want it that when we click on the menu item, it only displays. So we'll go back to our nav URL. So overflow should be hidden. Then so our nav URL overflow hidden, transition, max height 0.5 seconds. So now go back to your web page and refresh. Now you can see that when we refresh, it's only when we click on the menu icon that the navbar displays. So when we increase the size above 800, it does not display. Before now it was showing in white. Okay, so now we have to make this also responsive on the other devices. Okay, so let me add the comments here. So this media query for small screen. So that's for screen of 800, less than 800. So I'm copying this. I want to create media query for less than 600 pixel. The first one was less than 800 for 800 pixel. So now let's copy the scroll up. So our row text align should be center. So we're creating for the screens that are lesser than 600 pixel, that has a maximum width of 600 pixels. So scroll up. Let's see the code we gave to this. So that means if the screen is less than 600 pixels, this is what's going to happen. So look at our row here. So dot row dot column 3 dot column 2 dot column 3 dot column 4. So the flex basis should be 100%, so that when the screen is below, when it is 600 pixels and below, you can see now. You can see now So we have adjusted our screen size to be 200 pixels and below. So look at the row now. It is 100% and it is displaying well now. When we click on the menu icons, it displays the nav bar. When it's above, when this screen is more than 800 pixels, it should not display the menu icon or the nav bar. So you can see that it's now responsive on all devices. So the part 2 will be in the video description. Check the video description for the part 2 of this video.